Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment. What you're witnessing here is some taping machine action, and how do you get a taping machine started, and how do you work around that whole process. I've already dumped the material into the bucket, and I've added some water to it already. And in this particular case, you're going to need the water to be as soft as possible, let's say. So I threw one, two, it's going to be about four of those small containers I'm going to throw into this bucket of bucket of mud here, just to bring it down to a texture that I can really be comfortable with. There I go again, adding I think one, two more container, one more of water. Well, the point is to get it down to a drippity soft texture, one where it could last long. Let's say it's not too thick to clean, and let's just say it's very, very creamy. Right. Now, as you can see, that is very thin mud. And let's just say you got the thin mud thing down and you're ready to move on to the next level. Here is how you would want to string your taping machine. This taping machine is the super taper or the speed taper. There's many names for it, but it's a very standard taper in the industry. I like it for many reasons. It's very minimalistic. It's not too expensive. It's easy to replace. It's not a heavy duty commitment, but it really does the job. The first set of holes is where you put your support. That support rod holds the weight of the whole entire machine. And that second set of hole that you'll see there is the one that's going to hold the tape. Installing the tape in the machine properly is very important. So you really have to pay attention to how you put the tape into the space that you're going to put it in. And once you've got the pin secure, what you'll notice is that the tape, on top of the tape that has the label, that tape pulls upward. And by upward, that little black tape right there, you want to reassure that it pulls up. As you can see here, that's where you're going to be pulling your tape from. So you need the tape to come out in an upward motion. And that's the way you want to install the tape also, right? Is in an upward motion. If you install it any other way, it tends to not come out appropriately. And the reason why you're installing it this way, it's a little bit reverse. It has to go through, down, and then make a big loop back to complete the cycle. So you successfully gotten the tape on the machine. And this is not a requirement, but what I tend to do is I put the plastic bag that I just used to empty the material. I put that plastic bag in the bucket itself. And when I put that plastic bag in the bucket, it allows me, main reason it's a good thing is that it allows me to keep the mud longer. And by that I mean I can cover it if I have to go take a break. I can literally cover it. What you see me doing here is testing the level of the mud on the device, right? And there's a little knob at the front that actually opens up the gate to give you more or less mud as required. And sometimes you need a lot, depends if it's for the corner. Sometimes you need a little bit. Here's another example of me using that same exact machine but at a different height, because you don't necessarily need to be bent over the machine all day, right? So if you're pulling a lot of tape, put it on a higher level to make the job more comfortable in a standing position versus a bending position. Something else to remember again is just try to make sure that the vein is upwards, or better yet, when you pull the tape, you pull it forward along your pulling path. The tape needs to be installed in a way where the tape is pointing outwards when you're ready to pull it. So finishing up here, what you'll notice is that I'm trying to pull the entire roll of tape, and sometimes the machine gets a bit clogged up with some of the debris. It's very easy to take it out of the bucket and clean it, and just continue moving on from there. Again, keep in mind that you do want to have just enough mud, not too much, not too little mud on your tape while pulling it. And also another consideration should be how thin you make your mud at this point, right? Sometimes you're in an environment where the room is warm, and that will make your mud dry up real fast, right? So if you're putting the mud on the wall and it's a very hot space, it'll dry it up real fast. So thin mud helps. Uh, And this is an example right here at the very end here. You're gonna see me use the same plastic bag I was just talking about. I'm gonna use that same plastic bag as a cover for my tape, just to keep my tape wet. Because maybe I go for lunch, maybe I take a break, or maybe I go clean my tape that's on the wall. In any case, try it out and good luck.